Please, I beg you, don't do this.
He was on his knees, crying, begging me not to leave. And that's when I decided I wasn't going anywhere. Not yet. Because if he thought forgiveness was coming, what he actually got was 8 months of silent revenge he never even noticed. If you've ever been betrayed, underestimated, or lied to by someone who thought you'd just take it, hit that like button, subscribe, and settle in. Because this isn't a story about rage, it's about patience, planning, and the most quietly devastating revenge you'll hear today. The first thing you should know about him is this. He was charming in public and careless in private. The kind of man who could look you dead in the eyes, swear loyalty, then come home smelling like someone else's perfume and call you paranoid for noticing. I didn't catch him right away. Cheaters rarely get sloppy at first. It started with tiny fractures. A phone turned face down, a sudden work thing at 10 p.m., his laughter, lighter, freer when he thought I couldn't hear. And then one night, while he was in the shower, his phone lit up. I didn't go looking for proof, but it found me anyway. A name I didn't recognize, a message that said, "I miss you already, heart." My stomach dropped so fast I thought I might pass out. When I confronted him, he didn't deny it. Didn't even try. He cried, he apologized, he said it didn't mean anything. Isn't that always how it goes? The begging. I packed a bag that night. I remember my hand shaking, not from fear, but from adrenaline, from that electric, awful clarity that comes when your reality finally collapses. That's when he broke. He begged, he clung to my arms, he swore he'd change. "I'll do anything," he said. "Please don't leave." And that's when something inside me went quiet. Not angry, not sad, strategic. Because I suddenly realized something very important. Leaving immediately would hurt him for a moment, but staying would let me take everything, slowly. The plan. That night, while he slept, I did the math. Deposit, furniture, moving costs. 8 months. 8 months until I could disappear without warning. 8 months to make sure he never forgot what it felt like to lose control of his own life. I didn't scream. I didn't punish him loudly. I smiled. I said, "I'll forgive him." And every single day after that, I took something from him. The daily revenge, escalation. Some days it was small. I hid his keys just long enough to make him late. Not long enough to explain, just long enough to panic. Other days, I canceled his appointments, haircuts, dentist visits, important meetings he'd been talking about for weeks. I watched him blame himself, watched confusion slowly replace confidence. Packages arrived, I opened them. Sometimes I forgot to tell him. Sometimes I returned things he was excited about. Cash disappeared from his wallet, just enough that he thought he miscounted. I never argued when he accused himself of being careless. At night, when he brushed his teeth, I smiled to myself because I knew where that toothbrush had been. Psychological warfare. The real damage wasn't physical, it was emotional. I burned dinners, oversalted them, or cooked meals I knew he hated. When he complained, I'd apologize sweetly. "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I'll do better." I never did. I cried about his affair before big events. Once, right before his friend's wedding. He missed half the ceremony comforting me in the bathroom while I sobbed into his jacket. I demanded to leave nights out early. Ruined celebrations, killed the mood. I forgot his birthday. The look on his face when he realized that was worth weeks of effort. Social destruction. Then I went public. Quietly. I told his parents about the cheating, not angrily, sadly. They looked at him differently after that. At dinner with my parents, I brought it up casually. So when he cheated on me, The silence was delicious. I became overly friendly with his friends, laughing, touching arms, just enough to make him uncomfortable, not enough to accuse me of anything. At night, when he was exhausted, I woke him up. I just need to talk. I chipped away at his self-esteem, questioned his decisions, acted disappointed. And when he needed clean clothes for work, I forgot, or left them wet in the washer. "I'm so sorry," I'd say. He stopped believing me. He stopped believing himself. The turning point. About 6 months in, I saw it. The slump in his shoulders, the hesitation before speaking. He was unraveling, and I was almost free. I signed my lease quietly, bought furniture slowly, packed boxes when he wasn't home. He still thought we were working on things. On a Tuesday morning, he went to work like any other day, kissed my cheek, said he loved me. I waited 10 minutes. Then I moved. By the time he came home, the apartment was empty. No note, no explanation, just silence. I blocked him everywhere. Phone, socials, email. I became a ghost. The last thing he ever said to me was, "Please don't leave." And the last thing I ever gave him was exactly what he deserved. Revenge doesn't always look like yelling or destruction. Sometimes it's patience, sometimes it's precision, and sometimes it's leaving someone exactly as broken as they made you feel. If this story made your jaw drop, smash that like button. Tell us in the comments, was this revenge justified or too far? And if you want more chilling, unforgettable Reddit revenge stories, subscribe now, because the best